Our Lady appeared in Fatima from May 13th all the way to October 13th. October 13th was the great apparition. And here we have it. As on the other occasions, the seers, that's Jacinta, Francisca, and Lucia, first saw a bright light, and then they saw a lady over the holm oak tree. So on October 13th, Lucia was the one that spoke to Mary. At the apparition, Lucia said, "What does your grace wish of me? This is what Our Lady said. "I wish to tell you that I want a chapel built here in my honor. I am the Lady of the Rosary." So she revealed her identity there at Fatima as Our Lady of the Rosary. In Lourdes she said, "I am the Immaculate Conception." But in Fatima, "I am the Lady of the Rosary." And she said, "Continue to pray the Rosary every day." And she said, why? The war is going to end. The soldiers will soon return to their homes. This was right at the end of the First World War. And Lucia said, "I have many things to ask you. If you would cure some sick persons, and if you would convert some sinners." Our Lady said, "Some yes, others no. They must amend their lives and ask forgiveness for their sins." So Our Lady was challenging them to conversion. Becoming sadder, she added, "Let them offend our Lord no more, for he is already much offended." Then opening her hands, Our Lady shone the light issuing from them onto the sun, and as she rose, her own radiance continued to be cast onto the sun. So at that moment, Lucia said, "Look at the sun." And if you remember, it was raining really hard the whole day. Raining buckets. So, once Our Lady had disappeared in the expanse of the firmament, 3 scenes followed in succession, symbolizing first the joyful mysteries of the Rosary, then the sorrowful mysteries of the Rosary, finally the glorious mysteries. Lucia alone saw the 3 scenes. Francisco and Jacinta saw only the first. Here's the first scene. St. Joseph appeared beside the sun with the child Jesus and Our Lady of the Rosary. It was a Holy Family. The Virgin was dressed in white with a blue mantle. St. Joseph was also dressed in white, and the child Jesus in light, red. St. Joseph blessed the crowd, making the sign of the cross 3 times. The child did the same. So that was the first scene. Our Lady, St. Joseph, and the child Jesus in the arms of St. Joseph. And the second scene was this. This was followed by the vision of Our Lady of Sorrows without the sword in her breast, and of our Lord overwhelmed with sorrow on the way to Calvary. Our Lord made the sign of the cross to bless the people. Lucia could only see the upper part of our Lord's body. In the third scene, finally Our Lady of Mount Carmel, crowned Queen of Heaven and Earth, appeared in a glorious vision with the child Jesus in her bosom. While these scenes took place, the great throng of about 70,000 spectators witnessed the miracle of the sun. It had rained all during the apparition. At the end of the conversation between Our Lady and Lucia, when the Blessed Virgin rose and Lucia shied a look at the sun, the clouds opened up, revealing the sun as an immense silver disk. It shone with an intensity never before seen, but was not blinding. This lasted only an instant. Then the immense ball began to dance. The sun began to spin rapidly like a gigantic circle of fire. Then it stopped momentarily, only to begin spinning vertiginously again. Its rim became scarlet, whirling. It scattered red flames across the sky. Their light was reflected on the ground, on the trees, on the bushes, and on the very faces and clothing of the people, which took on brilliant hues and changing colors. After performing this bizarre pattern 3 times, the globe of fire seemed to tremble, shake, and then plunge in a zigzag toward the terrified crowd. All this lasted about 10 minutes. Finally, the sun zigzagged back to the original place and once again became still and brilliant, shining with its everyday brightness. The cycle of the apparitions had ended. This is the wonderful vision of Our Lady of Fatima on October 13th, 1917.